Welcome to the Allegrativity Powercast with Allegra Sinclair. Get ready to punch fear in the throat, show up, and tell your story. Allegra Sinclair is here to help you become the powerful woman you are meant to be. It's finally time to get unstuck and reveal how fabulous you are. And it's time for your host, Allegra Sinclair.
Hey, this is Allegra. Welcome to this week's Powercast. Today we're talking about how changing your environment can boost self-esteem. When you think about improving your self-esteem, it's natural that you would look inward for areas to improve. But instead of looking inside for all the reasons you're not more confident or successful, let's look at your environment, because changing your environment can boost self-esteem. Low self-esteem and a lack of confidence can be caused by a number of things. While it's true that there are internal things that cause low self-esteem, there are external factors that also contribute. So take a few moments to think about these environmental factors that can be affecting your self-esteem. Factor number 1, are you hiding your light? Hiding your light is showing up smaller than you can. Hiding your light is deferring to others and staying silent when you have something valuable to add to the conversation. Hiding your light is developing the habit of half-stepping your way through life, surrounding yourself with people who are comfortable with you hiding your true energy. Sometimes our self-esteem tells us we're small because we're hiding our light and acting like we aren't all that we really are. The consequence is that we feel small because we're living small. That doesn't mean you have to drop everything and do something huge like go backpacking through Europe, or that every moment of your life has to be an epic adventure. But for many people with low self-esteem, it's easy to get into a rut. You start believing that you can't do better, and so you stop trying. In this way, you create a self-fulfilling prophecy without even realizing it. Look at your life right now. What limitations have you accepted without challenging them? What areas of your life have you accepted as just good enough? Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found in settling for a life that is less than the one you're capable of living. So get it all of your life." Factor 2, are you investing too much time in nickels and dimes instead of dollars? We're deeply influenced by the people we spend time with. This can be a great thing if you're spending time with positive people. But if your friends and family are unkind or negative, that same attitude can rub off on you. I was telling one of my clients last week that I'm personally using a new system in my head to help me decide where to invest my time. The more negative people who don't make me feel my best are nickels and dimes. They still have value, but it's 5 or 10 cents. The people who challenge me, support me, the people who really see me, those are 50-cent pieces or even dollars. So as I continue walking my journey, it's simple for me to evaluate where I invest my time by thinking about the value of $1. I don't need to get upset by or move mountains to spend time with nickels when I could be with dollars. Ask yourself how you'd feel if you didn't speak to a certain friend or family member for a week. Would you feel relieved at the thought of missing your cousin's rants about the job she hates? You know, the rants that you've heard about 1,500 times. Would you feel sad if you missed that call from your chosen sister who helps you see the best in yourself and the world? If there's someone negative in your life, you don't have to cut them out completely, but do look for ways to limit your time together, and don't be afraid to change the topic of conversation if things take a turn you're uncomfortable with. Give them nickel or dime-sized amounts of your attention, and then save the bigger time slots for the dollars, for the relationships that improve your self-esteem and move you forward. Final factor, are you living on rewind? Often a lack of confidence and self-esteem can be caused by becoming too comfortable. You do the same things in the same way every day on autopilot without even thinking. You never change anything up. You don't challenge yourself to experience new things, and you don't go beyond what's safe or what's comfortable. This sleepwalking through life can cause you to stop growing as a person, and that damages your self-esteem. I have to admit I'm guilty of this. If I find a new album, I often fall in love with one song. Yes, Adele, I'm talking about you with When We Were Young, or you, Sia, with your bird set free singing self. Now, on its face, there's nothing wrong with falling in love with either of those songs, but here comes my big but. But I find myself listening to that one song over and over and over on repeat, like a ridiculous number of times. I dig the song. I think I feel it at a deeper level than most people. But there's other beautiful music in the album. Enjoying the other music doesn't mean I don't really like the first song. So who says I can only enjoy one musical experience? Nobody but me. So why the self-imposed limit? When you go outside your normal and you look for new experiences, you open yourself up. You discover new ways to do things, new places to do them, and you find fascinating new skills to use to make things happen. You find solutions that you wouldn't have come up with any other way. You learn more about yourself and the world around you, which builds self-esteem. You can invite new experiences into your life just by looking for opportunities outside of your comfort zone, because that's where all the juicy stuff is. Try a different type of food. Drive a different way to the grocery store. Volunteer with an organization that you've never supported before, but always been interested in. Show up in a new way and see how the universe responds. Your environment shapes your self-confidence, so don't be afraid to look around at your life and make some changes. Surround yourself with people and experiences that build up your self-esteem and make you happy. You have every right and a responsibility to build the highest level of self-esteem that's available to you so that you can remind yourself that you're good enough and go forward and get the things that you want. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you next time.
Now you've been given permission to be more powerful and influence more people. If you've enjoyed this episode, please head over to allegrasinclair.com/iTunes and leave a review. It will help Allegra get the message out to more women that they can punch fear in the throat, show up, and tell their stories. We'll see you next time on the Allegrativity Powercast with Allegra Sinclair.